Supercross drops the ball, Arena Cross picks it up. Hey everybody, Walty Wanders, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in, hold on to your hats and glasses as we blow the lid off yet another moto topic. This one should be good. If you're new, please subscribe right away. There's never been a more important time in moto history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron will sharpen iron. And speaking of iron sharpening iron, I saw some highlights because Supercross drops the ball and decides they don't want our riders to get wet anymore. The first time in history, in Supercross history that I'm aware of. I think one of my bros sent in something, said it happened again back in 1902 or 12 or who knows, back when it was still a black and white photo. Anyway, this is a bad look, and I'll tell you why, my friends. Supercross is really dropping the ball in a big, big way. They're fining riders. They're even fining creators with, basically copyright claims from trying to play any footage. I can't tell you how many times I've prepared videos for the channel, for you guys, and there's a copyright claim. Sorry, so-and-so entertainment says that you can't, they own the, okay, whatever. We're just trying to give you guys more publicity. Even if it's not good publicity, you guys should take any publicity you can get right now. But the realities are a bunch of riders headed over to Arena Cross this weekend because they're like, I want to race. I want to race. Now, of course, the top factory elite guys, Kickstart Kenny was not at Arena Cross, although he probably should have been. He probably should have been, but no, when you get to that pay scale, you're not gonna race unless you have to. You don't want to race anymore. You're racing now because you have to. You're contractually obligated. Now, you get a bunch of other dudes, a lot of these privateer guys that are regular main event dudes. Clade Clayson, there's a bunch of dudes that headed over. Stank Dog, even Ronnie Mack was over there in Arena Cross. And this is the point I want to drive home because we're going to look at some footage today from the race. And we're going to look at some footage from Supercross back from the day when we used to let those guys race, similar to the way I'm seeing them race right now, at least the recent footage, in Arena Cross. If these dudes, in fact, let's go ahead and run a few clips from the Arena Cross, and then we're going to run a couple clips. Then we'll be back here and run clips from Supercross. Let's roll that footage. All right, friends, welcome back. So that's the kind of bar banging that's going on over at Arena Cross. Now let's go ahead and you know what would happen before I roll the Supercross footage? If it makes it, because I might have this thing copyright claimed again before. So if we get it through, it's going to be a miracle. But if you had ridden like this in Supercross this year, you're probably fined at minimum, possibly not racing the following weekend, maybe banned from the sport. Like, that's where this thing is going. But here's the rad part about Stank Dog, Ronnie Mack. I mean, these are characters, right? These dudes are bigger, like their moto persona. They provide a little color. It's not all cookie cutter. Ken Roxon, Eli Tomac. These dudes are all just robots for the industry now. At least in Arena Cross, you have some character, some dudes still out there willing to make a name for themselves. But here, and that's what we used to have in Supercross. We used to have a lot of dudes that kind of One Punch Evans, and you had a bunch of dudes. You had J-Laws, you had a lot of dudes. In fact, let's roll a little Supercross footage to see what things used to be like before they broke it, and then we'll meet back here and wrap it up some more.
Here comes the Cobra, David Villeman on the inside. It is Wyndham and Villeman, and they get together, and it's going to be Wyndham who gets pushed out.
David Villeman with the great move. You see him grab the blade. So, oh, look at this!
Oh, my!
Oh, wow! Kevin Wyndham! What is up? Throwing down! David Villeman gives him just a little bit in one of the corners, and Wyndham cuts it tight and gives him a big one-up.
Oh, my.
Call it payback, call it what you will.
All right, friends, welcome back. So that was some rad footage. The Cobra, David Villemin, the Cobra, still today. Coaches, who's he coaching for? Who's that dude coaches? One of the French dudes, I think, Ferrandis, right? And the Cobra, K-Dub. No, we get Kickstart Kenny. That's who you guys get now. Kickstart Kenny and Donut Eating Jetson. And the series back in intermissions when we had cool backflips and pyro and bands and chicks. No, you get mini bikes. And then I don't even think they make noise anymore. They're electric. So, everything's really pretty jacked up. But it was rad seeing Ronnie Mack clean out that rider. And that's just racing. They expect it. So it's so weird because then when you get to the Supercross stage, before you even get to the floor, they corral you into some meeting. Okay, guys, so you got to listen up. Everybody stands around. I've been to these on the track floor when they do riders meetings. And it's just rule after rule after rule after, at least at the arena cross, apparently, there's not a whole. And how about 420 blazed out Stank dog? Out Clade Clayson. What's up? I mean, this is the type of stuff that makes the sport entertaining. Now, listen, this is a dangerous sport. Maybe some people are going to jump in the comments, yeah, Walty, or if not in the comments, at least some people out there are going to be like, yeah, but the riders need to be safe. This is a dangerous sport, dude. I get it. Like, this thing is dangerous. I've got hardware in this thumb for moto injuries. I know most of you have had some massive get-offs and possibly a hospital visit too. There's no way to make this thing safe, even if you want to find the riders from it. But apparently in arena cross at the moment, and the minute that happens, our sport's just gone. Supercross needs to take a page out of what's going on in arena cross, how they let these guys race. And the facts are, Supercross is if you want to put blame anywhere, Supercross is halfway to blame for this anyway. Now, I didn't do a weather report on the stadium. I noticed playoff football was happening in the Bay Area for the Niners. They seem to be able to do just fine out there playing. I didn't see any flooded out stadium. My guess is we could have had the race this weekend, and we didn't. So a bunch of riders went over to arena cross, and that hurt Supercross just from that simple fact alone, because the arena cross supplied some really good racing. But even then, if they don't like people rubbing elbows and trading paint and banging bars, well, they just sent a bunch of people to arena cross where that's where they're trained. That's the battlefield to do that. So they're going to come back to Supercross after it being in that environment and possibly have a hard time not being able to do the same thing in Supercross. And rightfully so. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as an industry guy who wants to see not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters we're swimming in now are a kiddie pool. If you're the Supercross organization. And listen, I'm cheering for Supercross. I love Supercross. A1 is the most exciting race in the world. And I would say the Vegas Supercross finality, if it comes down to a championship, winner take all, mathematically alive, Vegas, the hype, the glitz, the glam, the after part, we don't get that anymore. You go to Mormon country, you go to Utah to end this extreme sport in Utah. It's insanity, man. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Do you like what you're seeing? I don't know. We'll wait. We didn't even get round 2 under our belt. Let's get mid-season. Let's see if somehow, I know we're going to have some fireworks go off this year. There's going to be plenty of cool stuff going. But if we're reading between the lines and looking between the cracks, there's going to be plenty to blow the lid off it. And I'm going to do it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I'm going to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're really going to love the next video coming into your screen. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. I will see you on the next video.